today. We wrecked the wagon. You see the seats smashed, back hoops busted, fixed the thing. My steps mangled up. I'm gonna use this.
Why is it so big?
That's what she said. It's not good. It's not good at all. Hey guys. So, I get back last night, back to the house, and the wagon was not where I left it. So we had a big storm come through here, a bunch of wind, and the wind must have taken the wagon. I'll show you where this all went down here. So we had the wagon parked. Right here, outside, because we're going to use it tonight. We got an event we got to do. Had the wagon parked right there, and the wind blew it down the driveway, down this hill, and crashed into that fence. So this is what we got to work on. So yeah, wasn't really happy about it last night. I was a little bit mad at myself for leaving it outside. Since we were going to use it, I didn't think too much about it. So, I got to spend a little while to fix the wagon this morning. We got to bait the horses, get them harnessed up. We got to go get the wiggles out of them. We've got to go do a town event tonight and give wagon rides to the town for the town celebration. So keep watching. We'll spend a little while on this wagon, see if we can figure out how to band-aid it together for today. We're gonna get some new hoops ordered. Fix this hoop right here. Looks like, I'm not really sure what this is made of. I think it's probably hickory. But it's not good. This is not good at all. This is the worst of it. The steps are no big deal, but we gotta just figure out how to maybe put a band-aid on this broken wood here and see if we can get it back together. But see what kind of wood I got kicking around the garage. Okay. So I build some cabinetry and stuff, and so I've got this some leftover pieces of I think it's poplar, and so we're gonna take this. It's about the same width. We might have to rip it down thinner, and then I think I can overlay it, stitch it back together, and put a patch on this. Definitely gonna have to be ripped. If we lay this out on the ground here, take the table saw outside. Don't scratch the car or the wagon again. Okay, so we got a piece of poplar in here. We're gonna stitch this. We're gonna replace a broken piece. We're gonna bolt it to here. but it's too wide to fit in the slot. So what we gotta do is we gotta make it thinner. So got the table saw hooked up outside. Find me an extension cord. So what we got the old piece of wood. I've got my width set on my fence on my saw, so it'll slide in there. And then we're gonna take this piece and we're gonna take off that much. Okay, we're gonna rip this down to width. We'll try this again because I didn't have the fence locked. Okay, there's one side done. Let's see how we made it thinner. The thing about using poplar is when you cut it, it smells like urine. It kind of stinks. It's kind of it doesn't smell real great after you cut it. We got to turn it around so we can get the bottom half now. If I put the saw blade all the way up and try to cut 3 inches all at once, then it's just gonna get hot and burn the wood, burn the saw blade. So we're gonna cut this other side now. You can see that the proper tool to do this would be a planer, but I don't have a planer here at my house. I've got one over at my dad's shop, but I don't have one here at the house. But let's go try it out and see if we're to the right thickness now. So we'll see if it fits down in the groove now. Looks pretty good. And then that one will slide down in here. That looks right. And then this bow will happen is we'll bolt this down tight like this. See how it's got some flex in this poplar, and we'll take some carriage bolts and we'll put some carriage bolts to tie this old one to this new one, and that ought to work for us for today. We got to cut this down. It's a line. It's because that hoop comes down at an angle. My chop saw's over at a different job right now, so we're gonna do some dangerous table saw work here as Izzy eats it in the background. And just follow that line from that saw. This hoop right here comes at an angle, so it's got to have a little bit of an angle on the bottom of that board. Because now it's square to that bracket, so I'm gonna have to thin that out a little bit, it looks like. Just got a round over bit in my router. Got a scrap piece of wood here. I'm just trying to figure the depth on it so we can get it where we want it. Want to put a little smooth, kind of match what was there on the old one. That little edge right there. We'll take it and we'll lay it on the side here. And there won't be any sharp edges if somebody rubs up against it. Maybe do the other side. One more side to go. See that square edge? See how you got 3 that are round and then you got the 1 square edge right there? It makes everything smooth, no sharp edges. People won't get slivers or cut on the edge, sharp edge. Smooth edges, smooth around. What I did is I went and I measured, this is where it broke, was down here. And I measured the broken section, it was 37 inches. And then I cut the top one square, so the hoop where it bends will come down to this line, and then we'll drill some holes and we'll bolt this around, bend it to the other side, and I think that'll be a good fix. So we're gonna undo this.
This is just untying it.
I know, I need you to untie it. Didn't say it was difficult. Okay. And then we'll roll it back onto the next hoop. We don't even need this tonight, so if you want to put that in the cargo hold. Okay. Roll. Roll this back. More. That's good. Okay. Pull this whole hoop off. the hoop. Okay. Okay. Cut this right here. Router this end. Router this end. Okay, that's done. And then this will go like this. I put my mark here earlier. That goes there. And we're just going to take this, clamp it on there. And then we're going to drill some holes. Oh, great. I don't know if I got to drill. Don't think about that.
Where's your drill?
Well, it drill's at the other job. Price. Drill's 30 minutes away. I think both my drills, cordless drills, are. I'm going to take 3/8. Okay. I've got like 5 drills, and they're all the other job, and this is the only one I've got here at the house in the garage. So we're gonna use this.
Why is it so big?
That's what she said. Okay. Okay. So I marked some holes on this. We're gonna alternate each side. I've got it clamped, so I can probably go and rip through all of these holes at the same time. By the way, this is not safe. Do not try this at home.
You gotta improvise when you can, right?
Hard to
When
hold
you
this
need
thing.
to. Hang on. Look where this little clip is.
Sometimes.
Look where this little clip is.
Where?
Did you see that clip?
Well,
You're
I'm
gonna
hit
drill right in it.
Okay, let's skip that one for now. Come back over here. Okay. What's there? Probably go above it. No, we'll just put another one down there too. Right there. Okay. Sometimes on the farm, this is what happens.
What happens on the farm?
Well, there's weird stuff that happens on the farm sometimes. My wife's always like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, weird stuff.
You're gonna go right into the clamp. Watch out.
I can see the clamp. Okay, that'll give us a start. We'll tighten, then we're gonna take these bolts through here. We're gonna put them this way. Carriage bolts, they're smooth on the one side. And then there's a hex head, it'll hold in the hole, and we'll put a lock nut on the other side. We're gonna put them with the smooth side towards the canvas so we don't wear a hole in the canvas. We'll put those through there. Just went up to the local hardware store. These are just normal stock hardware at any hardware store. I think even a gas station carries these up here just on our corner. We're gonna go washer. Washer will help so it doesn't split so much. And lock nut. Goes on by hand for now. So washer, lock nut. I used to be a mechanic. I was a retired mechanic now. I was a mechanic for, I don't know, had my own shop for about 25 years. And so nuts and bolts are kind of second nature. Come on, baby. Ain't my first time.
You sure about that?
Looks like it. Okay. Okay, got a 1/2 inch socket. I'm just gonna hold the back side, the smooth side of the bolt down in the hole. Snug it up. You can see it. You see how it's sunk now, and it's smooth, so we won't tear a hole in the canvas. So we'll push in lightly. And of course, that one peels out. Try this one. I'm gonna need a different tool for those. Okay. Alright, test fit. Let's see if we can make sure it works. Okay. Test fit. Looks pretty good. And then my stitch job. I'm gonna bring it over here. What we'll do is I'll just cut these bolt heads off so they're smooth. Looks a little better. We'll give it a nice paint job, and then we'll roll the canvas back over the top, and we'll be ready to go. We test fit it. Now we're going to cut these extra bolts off where they were long. So we're going to grab the grinder here. You can see the bolts sticking out a little long there. So we're just going to take a cutoff wheel on the cordless grinder. We're just going to cut these off real quick. Close this door just in case we don't want. we don't want metal shavings on the Corvette there, on the new Corvette, so. What we're looking for, just smooth that out so there's no sharp edges.
Did you get my bike out?
No, I'll grab it out in a second, buddy. Okay, that's 4 down. 4 more to go. Yeah. Okay, just be careful. Okay, looks pretty good. Just make sure, I want to make sure I don't have any sharp edges. People could get touch or scrape or get cut on, so we'll check this other side and make sure we've got all the burrs. Hi guys, what are you doing? Okay, we'll try that. This is what it looks like now. Kind of zoom in there. They're nice and smooth, cut off flush. And then the next thing to do is grab some spray paint. We're gonna spray paint this thing up. All right, so what we got here, just some local hardware store paint. The top coat's gonna be semi-gloss. This is just an automotive primer we're just gonna do as the base coat on it. I'm gonna paint this up real quick so it looks pretty. Hopefully nobody will even know what happened. Shake it up real good. If not, like you get some of the lacquer comes out and it runs really easy. Doesn't spray real evenly, so These cans got a little marble. We used to, when I was a kid, we used to open these cans, cut them open, and steal the marbles out of the bottom of these cans. Collect them. Okay. So we'll paint the bolts. We'll paint over this section of the original bow. Like I said, this is the primer. It dries really fast. You can go on pretty thick. Use the primer. Use less paint. On this bare wood, the paint soaks into the wood really fast. And so it eats up a lot of paint really quick, but the primer will seal it off, and then the top coat will go on nice and smooth. I'll just get all the bare wood, all the bare metal. We'll get that off of there. The bottom tabs, go back, touch it up. Can't really mess up the primer other than make it run. But even if we had a few runs on this, it's not that big a deal. Hit the metal. Paint doesn't stick to the metal without the primer very well. We're just spraying this outside. It's lean it on the fence and I don't have to move it. Sit out here in the sun and it'll dry really quick in the sun. We'll give that a few minutes there. Here we are at the stair. I don't know if you can see this or not. The stair's pretty beat up. Got a big bend in it right. It's got a big bend in it right here. See that? So what we're gonna do, that's the bottom. This is a threefold step. It goes up, folds up, and then folds back and tucks in while we're driving down the road. So you can see that big bend in that stair. First things first, I think we'll try to take this little crease out right here. What I'll do is I'll grab I got a big pipe wrench right here. So we'll grab this giant pipe wrench. When I got this giant pipe wrench, it'll be really easy to bend it with this leverage of this big handle. So we're gonna take this pipe wrench, JJ. We're gonna take this all the way down. Pipe wrenches always end up rusty and don't want to spin, so it'll take me a second here to get it adjusted down. At the shop, working on cars, like we never had pipe wrenches, but we would just use a crescent wrench. Do the same thing. I'd just squeeze it down so you can get it, so it's just wide enough to get it on the lip. Or about there. So what we'll do is we'll get this on the lip here. Put a little body weight on it. If we can get that crease out, I think we can take a hammer to the stair and we can straighten out that stair. We will stand on it. Oh yeah. A little bit more. Fold that out. Now with that folded out right here, then we should be able to hammer that thing down flush. We need to put a little more mustard into it. Maybe a couple more. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll just straighten out that lip. It's a little high right there. It looks pretty good. See how it folds up. So one fold, and then it gets another fold up here, and that's how it works. Nothing real fancy. Breathing a little hard, but not too bad. Old wagon, you can kind of see right here. This is probably like this before. You get some heavy people stepping up here, the ones that need to use the step, and it looks like it's kind of breaking apart. It's probably going to be a future repair. We don't need to fix it right this second. Maybe I'll go grab the impact and snug those bolts up, and then that might help it last a little bit longer. Looks like that's going to be a job we're going to have to attack at another time. Still got a lot to do today. We got to go. We got to go wash those horses, get them harnessed up, give them a little bit of work before we go.
Wait, are we going tonight?
Yeah. We got to go give wagon rides tonight. That's why we got to get this fixed up. Okay. All right, fold it up, buddy. See how it works. Try it out. You gotta slide it up from the bottom, bud. No, you don't fold it. Remember, you slide. Put your fingers right in the middle. Just like that. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now. We gotta do, remember we showed you the, how this seat is all bent up. We're going to straighten out that. Try the camera. So we got our giant wrench again. We're just going to take this. We're just going to pry this down. About to where we had it before. Looks like those were straight at one point. Got a pretty good bend in it, but straighten that out. Straightened out pretty good. We'll hit this one. Wait, this is backrest for the passengers here, so we'll see how straight it looks from this end. I think we can live with that. All right, we're good using the semi-gloss. We'll put a coat of semi-gloss on this bow and try to get this job buttoned up. We got a lot of other things I got to get going on today. Didn't really have time for this, but I had to get done. Sometimes bad things happen. You can see the difference, the paint versus the primer.
Run everywhere we primed, we'll go up, paint over just a little bit higher so it kind of blends in. Find that crow, JJ?
There's a whole bunch of them in there. Oh, they're above us.
Okay, no, just don't point towards the house. JJ's out there, he's out there hunting all the little predators we have around the farm here. Well, looks pretty good. We'll let that dry, we'll come back and give it another coat, and I don't think anybody will ever know what even happened. That's the best kind of repair. Yeah, it's hard. You don't really, only the shotgun, if they're close enough, you shoot them in the air. So I got it sitting up there. It's the finished product on the patch there on the bows. So you can see the wood I use, that poplar that we use to put in there. And then I put the bolts on the inside so they don't rub through the canvas. And then it's painted all the way down. It was a little soft right down there. Got a little scuff in the paint, but that'll be fine. I think it'll be presentable for now. Maybe we'll order a new set of bows. I was looking on the internet. Last night, and that was a $700 wreck there on those bows. So I found a company that sells a set of 5 bows that will fit the width of this wagon. Bows are $489 for the set of 5 and $200 freight to ship them from Ohio. So kind of a big wreck there, but it happens. So got the step fixed. I'm gonna put the canvas cover on, and we'll be back in business. We just got to get this canvas cover put back together. So got the step fixed. It's kind of funky trying to do this by myself here, but we'll get her done. Snap that side on. Maybe we'll tie this. This ties down here. Take a quick little knot to start right here. Put this one up and over. Come on, baby. You can do it. Get that on. Through here, little eyelet here. This will scrunch you the back together there. Snug it up. Try and make these somewhat even, but we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, we got lots. We can tighten that up. Okay. Pull that out again. Oh yeah, that's looking better. Canvas is tightening up. So these sides roll up and they come unsnapped in the wind yesterday. Snap up here in the strap. Middle of summer, so the cover's kind of nice. At least passengers can get out of the sun for a minute. And it looks cool with the old covered wagon. A lot of people don't understand how much work it is to show up for half an hour to do their thing. It's a whole day's worth of work for me to show up for an hour or show up for 15 minutes. Come on, Snap. Okay, roll this up like that. Looks pretty good. Let's see what we got here. Everything's intact. Snug up the front. The other side of the front. Okay. We'll go one more snug here on the back. Okay. Yeah, it's just an overhand knot there on the back. And then I think we're ready. I think I'm gonna go rinse off the dust. Kids got rocks in here. Go rinse the dust off of this thing. And I think it's as good as new. Looks pretty good. We'll show the final product here. So right there is what it looks like on the outside. That's what it looks like on the inside right there. Not too bad. Maybe it'll touch up the paint a little bit. Looks down. That looks looks almost the same as one of those, minus that's got like brushed on lacquer, it looks like. And then that's just a spray paint. But G-Wagon's about ready for town. I just had this wagon sitting out here because we just drove it. And I didn't put it in the garage like I normally do. And so I had this thing just sitting right here. And right here in the corner of the garage, about like that. And the wind came and that wagon went all the way down this driveway. Kind of see the drag marks down the driveway there. Went all the way down the driveway and come down this hill and smashed into my fence post down here. And this is where it was sitting yesterday when I got home from work. So we got, I don't know, it's probably 200 foot. That thing went for a run. But we'll, this time I got the four-wheeler, I just got a hitch to the four-wheeler there. That'll hold it down. That wind picks up. We get these afternoon thunderstorms. Like, it looks beautiful right there. But over in the mountains, it's gathering up. Usually get the wind usually comes ripping through here. We get a big black cloud in the sky. It blows like hell for a few minutes and then we're back. So we'll just rinse this off real quick and we'll be ready to roll. Okay, I think that's about it. All I need to do, just give her a quick rinse, just get the dust off. Like I said, I got people doing wagon ride and stuff tonight, so that's all we're gonna do. Just knock the dust off. I'm not too worried about polishing it, so it's kind of a donation for the town.
Okay. Walk. Walk. Definitely fresh.